Hello, I'm Jason Eagle,
I'm Jared Silva.
And I'm Dilvar Bodasingh.
and we're here with our podcast on what we have learned our freshman year. So, to start it all off, what have we learned that will help us throughout our life? What have we learned this year?
Ah, too many things.
Too many things. I know, right? This year has been so full of adventure. I'd say probably one of the best things I've learned is cooking skill. Cooking
Yeah.
is very important. It goes throughout all of life. But I mean, the rest of our classes didn't learn too much.
Yeah, I kind of just went back to middle school. So.
It was a very seventh grade, eighth grade repeat.
Yeah, I feel that too, bro.
So what would you say, Dilvar? What was the most important thing you've learned?
I think the most important thing I learned this year was how to find the circumference of a circle, homie.
Circumference of a circle.
Yeah.
Too bad we
Honestly,
didn't learn that before. You know, how to measure our waffles.
Yeah. Get the right amount of syrup on your waffles.
Uh-huh. You know that
Dude, you don't even have to have
3.14
a
syrup.
for that, dude. Just go
I
for
know.
it.
Just get the area.
You just need to know how to pour.
Yeah. Just know how to move your arms. We learned that in PE.
Man, we learned that this year. How to move your arms.
No,
What
I
w-
think that's a very essential skill, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do differently if given the chance?
Pick better
Uh,
electives.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would not have taken sculpture. Instead, I would have taken basic computers. 'Cause that's a required class to pass.
Basic
I don't
computers?
have that done. Yeah.
I passed
Yeah.
computers in middle school. I don't know how to do computers this year.
Yeah, as did I. You didn't like sculpture, though?
No, not really. I felt well. I'm not really the artistic type. Not autistic.
Okay. Not very artistic. Man.
Yeah.
So, you'd choose different electives. If I was given the chance, I would have put in less effort.
Less effort?
Yeah.
Didn't we already get kind of bad grades, though?
Dude, third and fourth quarter was the right amount of effort. First and second quarter, I worked my
Yeah.
ass off.
Same,
There was
homie.
no need for that.
That's true.
I did not need to do that. It's first and second quarter. There's no point. There's not. Especially if you're freshman year, there's not a whole lot you're doing. It's a lot
Yeah.
of middle school repeat. So, moving from that on, advice for incoming freshmen:
Leave while you can.
leave while you can. Get out of town.
Skip school. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't skip school.
Okay.
Always keep on track
Well-
of what you're missing if you are missing anything.
Yeah, that's
Actually
a good
attend
one.
office hours. Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Never skip your office hours.
Unless you
That's
want lunch detention. That's always fun.
Don't skip office hours. Go to school. There's no point moving. That was just a joke. You're always going to have to go to high school. It's just a thing that goes through life. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's the life we live, huh?
Oh, and participate in a lot of things.
Participate in clubs,
School year
Sports.
funding.
sports, electives. Meet some good friends and do as much as you can out of school, because school is very limited, whereas if you go out and hang with friends, you can it's a lot more opening. Like, for instance, me and Jared, we weren't huge on talking in school. We didn't know a whole lot about each other, but we started conversing away from school, and it became like a lot closer of a bond.
Oh, Jason.
I'm pretty new to this group though.
Dilvar, you're quite new, but you're
I've
very
known you
accepted.
for a while.
Yeah, I've known you since like what, fourth grade, fifth,
Second grade.
second,
Yeah.
bit off. You've been here since second grade.
I've been here since second grade, homie.
When did you move from Africa?
Second grade,
Second
2007.
grade. Man, it's been a
Second grade
while.
was 2007. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Feeling old yet, Yarid?
Yeah, feeling really old.
Feeling old. We got 3 more years to go. What? 9.
I really hope I actually learn some new things in junior year, though. I mean, not junior year, sophomore year.
Yeah.
I heard, like, from a few people I've heard sophomore year isn't the best.
Is it?
I heard from my link group that sophomore year was their best year.
I've heard. I don't know. Junior year's the hardest, I think.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Take the
I'd say
SATs.
that senior year would be the most stressful.
Well, it depends on if you're a talkative person or not.
I'm not.
Senior speeches, bro. I don't think I
Yeah.
could do that.
That's gonna be terrible.
Because I know that's easy for some people, but
Like you.
hey, I haven't done it yet. I don't know.
And you still talk a lot.
This isn't one of the best questions, but what moments from this year caused you to pause and think about your place in the world?
That's one of the stupidest questions I've ever heard, but okay.
I'd have to say the creation of the Waffle gang.
Oh, big part of my life right
That was a huge impact. When I sat down, for those that don't know the story, which is pretty much everybody, there's a bunch of weeaboos that sit outside during lunch, and I decided to take upon myself to go sit next to them. I didn't say a single word. I just wanted to see how they would react to me sitting next to them, and from there, he started throwing up some gang signs, such as the Waffle sign, thus created the Waffle gang. So what about you guys? What big moments caused you to think about your place?
What I think about my place in like anywhere is when we took astronomy and science.
Astronomy?
I was scared. I thought I was gonna die. The sun has this many years to live. Oh God.
Oh, okay.
I'm immortal. I'm gonna die. See what I did there?
I see what you did there. I think the most eye-opening experience for me was when I found out most of my friends, some of my best friends actually, enjoyed pancakes over waffles.
That was a tough
what?
one.
That scared me.
I almost died at that moment.
I did.
Just like,
I had a heartbreak.
Scarred for life.
I mean, there's only one thing that still holds us together, though.
I was heartbroken. French toast.
2015 to 1999. All
What do you
right.
mean 1999 to 2015?
Nope. That's not what I
Wait,
meant.
what?
What did you like about this year or dislike?
Well, I disliked a lot.
Disliked pretty much a lot of it. This question's not on here. My computer's dying.
Put it on the charger, homie.
It's a desktop.
Wait, what?
Since this question's not on here, what were your favorite classes and what were your least favorite classes?
Well, that depends on what you mean by most favorite.
Okay, so I'll throw mine out there. My favorite classes were culinary 1 and 2, probably more often 2, and PE, and probably world studies. Those were like the more fun classes, I'd say. The rest of them were kind of basic repeats of everything else I've learned.
What about you, Yarid?
Well, see, I had some favorite teachers that made the class go by a little bit faster. But
Yeah, well,
I'd
my
say-
teachers are the same as my classes.
I'd say culinary 2 mostly was probably one of my favorite classes. And close second would be PE because I love PE. And then thirdly, it'd probably be algebra because I like messing with Miss Jameson.
Although it is fun making fun of Jameson for not understanding how to teach on 420. That's for a different story, but I don't know. I don't feel like that falls in one of my favorite categories, but something I liked about this year was that I met a lot of new people. I went to Hedrick, so I didn't know too many people at South, but you know, just conversing and trying to make friends let me meet a lot of new people. Something I disliked was the push for clubs. They were
Yeah.
everybody, all teachers, everybody always pushed their club, always wanted you to join their club, and it was just kind of like I kind of wanted to find the club. I didn't really want somebody to advertise their club to me.
I didn't join the club.
Yeah, same here. I'm not a very social person overall. Like I'm real
I'm
exclusive.
I'm actually a really social person as long as someone looks like they can have a fun time. I mean, if they look like serious, like most of the valedictorians, I can't talk to them. I'll try and say something funny, like, huh? I don't get what's funny. This is a serious matter.
All right. How have you grown personally this year?
Well, got a little taller.
Got a little taller. I don't think I got taller. My mom does. Personally, this year, I've grown into the shoes of the Waffle gang, and I'd say I am less caring of, for say, bullies or people who want to make fun of you, and more open to anything. How about you, Dilvar?
I I think the only way I grew was sideways. I put on a lot of weight, homie.
You put on a lot of weight.
I put on a lot of weight.
I think
I
I'm
went
the
from
same as the beginning of this year.
I think
I
I'm a
went
little bit heavier, but
I think I put
I
on
don't
like
think that's fat. It's because yeah, not
I put on like
that.
30 pounds from the beginning of the year, bro.
I think I plateaued this year. I think I've been the same since the end of 8th grade.
I went from like 190 to to not 120 to 220, but now I'm down to 110. So
All right. So, what about personality wise? Pretty much the same.
Yep,
I think
haven't changed at all.
I think I talk a lot more than I used to. I mean, I'm still really exclusive, but I'm more willing to talk to people now than ever.
How is this year meaningful to you?
This year meant nothing to me.
This year,
Ah, shit.
this year felt like
What the?
um.
We stuck.
Let's see. Overall, big picture. I met a couple of very close friends, or rather, made very close friends, and um, you know, might go somewhere in the future, but as of right now, besides meeting people, as far as the school perspective, this year was useless.
Yeah, same. I made some friends, but to be honest, most of my friends are still from Hedrick from last year.
Yeah, and even a lot more
Okay.
from Hoover.
Yeah.
So, the final question on the list, we may have a couple more, but where do you hope to go from here?
I
I
hope
don't know.
I hope to become a sophomore next year.
Okay, so that's probably the obvious question,
I
or I
hope
mean
to
the
not
obvious
repeat freshman
answer.
year.
Yeah. Um, all your credits up, everybody?
Yeah, I got like 7.
I have no clue how much I have.
There's no way you have 7.
I'm just hoping I.
I had 5 by the end of second quarter. I
All
mean, I'm
right.
talking about I'm gonna have like 7 at the end of the year.
Where, so in perspective of, uh, because we all know what happens next year is sophomore year. What do you see any change in what happens after high school from this year?
No.
Not really. No.
So you don't have any new plans for after high school?
Um. mm, no, not
I
really.
kind of knew what I wanted to be, like right out of elementary school. I'm still sticking with it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Electrical engineer.
Hmm.
I used to want to be a Marine, and then I changed to wanting to be an NBA player. Then I changed back to being a Marine, and now I'm still stuck on the NBA player.
Yeah, no. When I
Even though
was
that's not
like
gonna happen.
when I was 8, I always wanted to be like in the army or something. But then I realized my
But
problems.
those Vietnam flashbacks scared you.
Yeah, then I realized Bush did 9/11.
Oh, knew it.
Bush did 9/11.
Then I realized that the jet fuel can't melt the steel beams.
Wink, wink, wink.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Well, um, since there's nothing too new overall, going back to the first question, except on a bigger perspective, what have you learned this year? I have learned, if I could use one word for what I've learned,
Maybe Waffle.
would be baking powder.
Loving that back and Buddha.
Leaven.
Loving them back and Buddha.
All right. Any last ideas on freshman year?
Yeah. That would be. Don't be a butthole to the teachers.
Yeah, be nice to your teachers and don't do drugs, kids.
They can.
Okay,
I do
well,
drugs on the daily. Never heard of cough medicine?
Jared, you can't say that.
Saying it. I'm putting my foot down, homie.
So, to incoming freshmen,
When I'm sick, I use cough medicine. Deal with it.
stay on track. Don't do drugs, which I'm
Unless
sure a
you-
lot of you are going to do anyways because you're a bunch of scrubs. And
Yeah.
and overall, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Could have.
Aloha snack bar.
So that was the podcast for what I've learned my freshman year. If you have any comments or concerns, such as doing drugs daily, leave them in the comment section. I'll gladly answer them for you. Thanks for watching, or listening, rather.